This episode is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Get back your pride. Call them 956-441-2188.
Did you pursue acting after the Selena opportunity? Did you go anywhere or decide, or did you get anybody because when you're in a movie like that, right away, I'm sure you got contacted by, publicists or agents or anything like that. Did you go through any of that after the movie?
Well, I was not an actress. I was just a young lady that was a huge Selena fan that wanted to be a part of history. I had no, I didn't really honestly think that I was going to get the part. I just wanted to go audition to say that I was a part of history. Mm-hmm. I did try out for some other things afterwards. Most people don't know this, I actually tried out for Training Day with Denzel Washington.
Wow.
And I also was going to do a movie with Clint Eastwood. It was going to be produced by Clint Eastwood, and it was going to be The Legend of La Llorona. Of course, there has been a remake since then, but this was in the works, years ago. You're talking about 20-something years ago, where mm-hmm. Clint Eastwood had a vision to make a movie about The Legend of La Llorona.
Yes.
But afterwards, the aftermath of the movie, it was pretty horrific. Being someone that's from the Rio Grande Valley, especially, celebrities are very few. Son contaditos down here in the valley, right? Mm-hmm. So life was a lot different when I came back after the filming of Selena movie. I had to be very cautious with the people that I surrounded myself with.
Yes. A
lot of people don't know this, but I actually received a lot of death threats after the movie. And so I remember waking up one day in a hotel in Colorado and telling my parents, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a celebrity. I want my life to go back to normal, because it was scary. It was so scary. I was 9 years old when I got the part in the movie. I was 10 years old when the movie got released, and when we were doing the promotions around the United States for the movie, the premieres. And I wanted so badly to go back to school and be normal, and I couldn't. Mm-hmm. I couldn't. So I didn't pursue the career. I did mess around and do a couple things. I recorded an album, and I did some touring in the state of Texas for that album. And I did audition for a couple of things. But at the end of the day, I just remember saying, I want to go home and I want to be normal.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what was the background with those death threats? I never knew that. What was the cause of that? What were they telling you?
Honestly, I don't think we ever looked into it too much. But there were people that would, they got a hold of our personal phones at home, and they would call and they would come and egg our house. And at school, I got beat up a couple of times. I really don't know what the motives were behind it. I don't know if it was jealousy. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. And honestly, I don't really care. I'm over that. But it was scary, and it definitely wasn't something that my parents thought was worth it. And I'd have to agree with them. Yeah. So any parents would want their child to be successful and be famous. But at the end of the day, being Latinos, being Hispanic, we're such a very tight-knit culture, especially down here in the Rio Grande Valley, that mm-hmm. my parents just said, you know what, the safety of our child comes first, and they didn't push me to pursue it if I didn't want to.
Wow. So that was all happening locally then? Because back then we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have any type of internet or social media or anything like that.
That's right.
So
yeah, that's right. It was all local. It was all local.
Wow, that's crazy, man.